Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. Get one in here, y'all. Get one in here, get one in here, get one in here. Child, this is what you should be watching, okay? We are in the building. We are in the den, y'all, for what you should be watching. Telling you all of the movies and TV shows that is dropping in November to streaming services, theaters that you might want to go ahead and check out, right? And I will give y'all an update of some of the things that I actually did get to check out. Sometimes you may hear me say, doesn't necessarily, but honorable mentions, or if you were under a rock and you missed it. Sometime I have the dedications, old school classics, favorites. Haven't did that one in a minute, and coming soon, soon come. But today we are mainly focusing on the November things that are dropping, and I'm sure I'm missing some because I didn't get to update my list, but nonetheless, I digress. I got a few that y'all may want to say peekaboo, and you may want to go ahead and check out. I appreciate anybody that is able to come in the den and check in and join. If not, and you catch the replay, let me know. Replay game, you came by, put some flames up in the sky, like, comment, share, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I definitely do appreciate it. Hype your girl up, put me up in the algorithm, let the people know that they should be checking in the den. I know I'm not, as active as I was before, but I'm still here, y'all. I'm still here to the best of my ability. Okay, we hanging on in here. And hopefully this is going to work out without any complications, because it looked like I had to restart my daggone laptop and do an update. So, child, I just was on that self-care and started acting crazy. But we'll see. We'll see. Y'all know we always lean with it, roll with it, rock with it, whatever may come to be, because it always seems like I have some kind of technical difficulties. But we are in the place to be. Okay. Hey Kendall, thank you for dropping in. Thank you, boo. Uh-huh. So I'll see if anybody else, comes in, try to give it a minute. But if not, we're gonna go ahead and get into this thing, and they'll just catch the replay. I'm trying to work through it, honey. I had to go make me a cup of tea and take me a little cold tablet. I had got caught in a really bad storm that we had out here the other day. I didn't know it was going to be that bad. If I did, I would have stayed my behind in and watched a good movie on TV, honey. That thing was flooding so bad. And I was soaked when I got back in the house. So, on top of me, having other situations now, I feel like I'm coming down with something too. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about TV, movies, okay? So, Task. I'm always going to go up for Task, baby. I'm always going to bring this one up because it just, for me, is one of the best shows of 2025. It's going to be time for me to make that list. If y'all been rocking with your girl, then every year at the end of the year, we talk about the TV shows, the top TV shows and movies of that year. And this will absolutely be in the top for me. Task was one of the best shows on TV. They did it right. This is how you do it, okay? It was supposed to be a limited series, but I don't know if maybe we're going to make it like a anthological type of situation where every time you come back is a different task. I wouldn't be mad at that either, because they just did so good. But if they leave it at just a one and done, I'm not mad at it either. It was perfect from beginning to end. I did not get to do reviews on it. I was going to try to do like some type of release, a short or something. Just couldn't fit it in. This was on HBO. If you didn't get to see it, I would definitely say check it out. Also, I always mention that May of Easttown is another excellent show, and it was done by the same people. And yeah, I would just like to see them do more things, whether it's this or anything else that they want to do, because I just feel like they don't miss. I did get to join Inga. Shout out to her if y'all not already subscribed to her channel. I hopped up there for a minute and talked about it a little bit with her because I had my own another live I was scheduled for. So, I didn't stream it to my channel. But nonetheless, check out her channel, subscribe to her, and listen to the conversation, because definitely this is one that, should be talked about. And I feel like everybody should be watching, just in case, you was under a rock and you missed it. This is definitely one that I was here for. I was praying that our girl Maeve was gonna make it out okay. All right, Robbie was dumb as hell though. I'm sorry, y'all. I wanted to root for Robbie. I wanted to, think that he was gonna have this big game plan and big setup. But after a while, it was like, even though I get it, you wanted this revenge. You was grieving and all of that. You just made some really sloppy, dumb decisions that it was like, okay, are you really, expecting for him to make it out of this? So not only was it like, of course, the action and suspense and all of those things, but it also just showed you from two different perspectives both of these families that was having their issues and that went through these traumatic things. Child, these kids have went through so much damn stuff, and I just really wanted little Sam to be safe, baby. I was praying for him and May both. I was like, Lord of mercy, please help these damn old kids, child. Hey, Barbara, what's going on? Thank you for hopping in. I hope everything has been good. Happy Saturday to you. What's up, Queen? Thank you for tapping in. Child, Robbie, Cliff, Lord of mercy. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot, y'all. But yeah, that's definitely one that I have in my top. Um, So yeah, and if you in the bushes, child, okay, if you in the bushes and you don't feel like talking, or you're riding or cleaning or whatever, and you just listening, I'm not mad at it, but make sure you hit that like, okay, even if you don't feel like talking. Sometimes I'll be listening too, and I don't be saying nothing. Sometimes we don't feel like talking, but hit that like button, y'all. Don't cost nothing. It's free 99. I definitely appreciate you doing that for your girl. Okay, yes, Task was on point. It really, really was one of the top shows for me. Something else that I was watching that I don't have on the list is The Lowdown on Hulu. I think I already mentioned it last month, but I'll mention it again. Ethan Hawke. I have been enjoying that one. And I had this on my list, but wasn't really rushing to watch it. It was kind of one of those that I'll get to it when I get to it, because it's a lot. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. One, I feel like they really been hitting with the TV shows. They gave us a lot, like September and October. It's still stuff that I haven't finished from September that I still do want to see, but just haven't had the time to see. And then sometimes if y'all end up telling me that y'all watched it before I got a chance to watch it, and y'all like, no, Tamika, you really want to go watch that one, is good. I think you'll like it. Then I'll try to up it up on my list and see if I could get to it. But so much good stuff came out, y'all, and then so much stuff in general came out. It's been hard for me to keep up with everything. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So one thing that Kendall mentioned to me that I did have on my list, but I was kind of like, I'll get to it when I get to it, was The Chair. But I finally got to go check that out. That's also another one coming on HBO. And baby, The Chair is a hot damn mess. I'll be in here cursing up, down, and just be like, what the hell is wrong with him? It's definitely giving that Sweet Pea vibe. If you like Sweet Pea, not exact, but just with the cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs of it all. If you like that kind of flavor, I think you would like The Chair too. And overall, we got to keep it real. HBO was the original Don Dada to do it as far as TV shows. Most of the times they don't miss. They do a pretty good job with their stuff, right? So I just want to kind of mention those honorable mentions because I don't have those on the slide, but that's some that I've been watching too and I've been enjoying. Um Kendall said The Lowdown is so good. Yes, I love me some Ethan Hawke. Most times when he in something, I watch it anyway just to see what it's talking about. Yeah, and love Keith David and Kayla Mike in these roles as well. Yeah, I agree with you. So yeah, we'll see if we could get through this because, child, I don't know what it is, but StreamYard have this screen looking so tiny. It's hard for me to even see what the hell is going on, but I'm gonna try my best. So Play Dirty, this was decent. It was actually better than what I thought it was. I kind of came for the Keith. Okay, that's what really intrigued me and made me say I wanted to check it out. I think I said it when I was up here talking about it when it was gonna come out, that when Mark Wahlberg, I feel like he's a hit and a miss. Some things work, some things don't. But I actually thought that they had a good chemistry together. And this thing had me chuckling. It was over the top, it was extra and all of the things, but I had a fun time with it. Of course, it was supposed to be a ruthless thief and his expert crew stumbling on the heist of a lifetime, child, and they just was going through it. Okay. Of course, somebody did them dirty, hence play dirty, right? But yeah, I enjoyed that one. So if y'all get a chance, that's on Prime. I would definitely recommend that. Hey Orlin. Then we had yeah, Lakeith was a hot mess. I'm telling you, he always got some stuff with him, so I always know I'm gonna have a good time when it come to him. Now, the Lost Bus. I enjoyed this overall. I think I've been kind of watching a lot more stuff that's based off of real life and also documentaries. I've been kind of in my documentary bag these last couple of weeks, and the Bus was based off of something that happened in real life. It was a breakout of these fires, and you had a bus driver, a school bus driver, along with the teacher that basically end up saving these kids' life, and you're seeing all of what they had to go through to be able to get them out safely. Now, I will say it's kind of a slow, a slow burn, okay? And I love me some Matthew McCartney as well, so I figured, hey, why not? And plus, with it being based off a true story, but then to see what they actually went through, it does make you kind of second guess, like, would I have been able to go through that? Would I have been able to stay calm? Would I have known, what to do? Or if that was one of my kids on the bus, how I would have felt as a parent, waiting and worried and not knowing, thinking, oh my God, my damn going child done got, burned up somewhere. So I'm not mad with them shining a light on them and showing what they did and, how they saved these kids. I wonder if they still, doing the same things now as far as being a teacher and driving a bus, because I don't know if I might have ever want to see a bus again in life after going through that. I ain't even gonna lie to you, okay? So yeah, I thought this one was pretty good. Next up, of course, Monster, the Ed Gein story. We did do a review of this. We talked about it, and I pretty much felt like, as far as the Monster, collections and Ryan Murphy, I definitely get some of the critique that he gets. Some of it I agree with, some of it I don't. And I kind of was like, this one, although it was some things I didn't know, there were some things that I did know. I did not. I felt like this one probably fell at the bottom for me, in my opinion, out of the other ones that he's done. I thought he did a better job, like with Dharma, even though there was a lot of stuff around Dharma too. Some people weren't happy with that. Some of the people that, of course, had to live through this definitely had their critiques and some things that didn't make them happy. And I get that, because if you went through this, or if you had a family member, whoever was that was affected by this, then yeah, you definitely have the right to have critiques. But I think overall, I just felt like he did a better job with that. They did a better job with Versace, with OJ. I just think that there's other ones that they did better, even though that's not Monster, but just as terms of doing real life stories, I know he's capable of it. And I kind of felt like with this one, it was some parts I liked and some parts I wasn't, that crazy about. But I do think that the actor, I forget his last name. I know the first name is Charlie. I do think he did a good job, and I think that Lizzie Borden is going to be the next one, and he's supposed to play her father. So I'm kind of curious as to how they're going to do that. Which there's been a lot of Lizzie Borden stories, but we'll see when it comes around how they're gonna play it out. Now, where I kind of disagree at is, it was like a lot of people saying, oh, Ryan Murphy keeps glorifying these things, and I don't think it's just Ryan Murphy. I think they have been glorifying these things since the beginning of time, child. Whether you want to talk about real life serials, or you want to talk about mafia, mob, gangster, whatever, that's been happening forever. He ain't the first one to do it, and he ain't gonna be the last one to do it. I think either you into watching it and you're curious about it, or you're not. And there's so many documentaries that's on this as well, that you can literally go to YouTube and watch if you want to see like a more accurate, telling of what's going down. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. And then we have the Alabama Solution. This was another documentary. This is on HBO. This was really deep, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't think too much of it is surprising, with just them showing how in Alabama the prison systems is like a big money maker. It's a business at the end of the day. It's about putting more money into their pockets. And you had a lot of prisoners that was being mistreated, and you'll have some people in the comments that's like, oh, well, don't do crime, don't go to jail. Like, who cares if you was getting mistreated, being as though you were locked up? But that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Like, yeah, they're supposed to be going to jail for what they did, and there's not going to be no picnic, but at the same time, it's not okay to, be unaliving people and abusing people just because you feel like it. That's also not supposed to be a part of what our justice system is. And some people are there for lesser crimes and are supposed to be getting rehabilitated, and there's nothing about this that was rehabilitating any daggone thing. This was a big cover up in one of the deadliest prison systems that there is. And you had inmates that literally were sneaking to expose these things. And then because they were sneaking to expose it, they were putting themselves where they were in even more danger. Literally, you had some of them being taken out, being beaten to death, being hospitalized, and a lot of lies and paperwork and different things of that nature. And what's crazier to me is kind of the same thing that we see with a lot of the police things that happen, right? Is that the city would act, or the state would actually rather pay out millions and millions of dollars with all of these lawsuits that they get, instead of just actually fixing the problem and not having to get lawsuits in the first place. Like, you would think that they wouldn't want to have to shell out all this money, but they literally would just be shelling out, shelling out, shelling out. We start out meeting this mother whose son was taken out in prison, and she was just trying to find the truth out. Like, why did he get taken out? What happened? And nobody wanted to talk. And you can't really blame the prisoners for not wanting to talk, because if I feel like I'm gonna lose my life by me talking to you, then yeah, I'm gonna be like, see no evil here, no evil. I don't know nothing. Don't come to me. You had somebody that was his roommate that literally kept saying, I can't talk, I can't talk. I can't talk while I'm in here. You got to put yourself in my shoes. Whereas you had other people that was coming out and talking about it. You had families that was protesting from the outside, and you had people that was, trying to fight from the inside. They was doing strikes. They wasn't eating the food, different demonstrations, whatever they felt like they could do. They was putting in, like I said, the lawsuits, complaints, and it just kept getting shoved under, no matter what. And this one prisoner in particular that kept saying, I really do want to talk to his mom, but I'll talk to her later, just wait till when I get out and when I'm safe. I can't say nothing to her right now. And, his lawyer and the mother was very understanding to that. They like, yeah, I get it. Who's going to want to just put themselves out there? Well, child, why they end up finding him unalived? And it was literally like a week before he was supposed to get out, or maybe a month before he was getting out. Like, it wasn't that much time. And all of a sudden they were saying he got taken out. It was very, very sad. It was really sad. And, eventually, because at first they tried to say, your son was attacking the guards. They had no choice, self-defense or whatever. They get to come and see him in the ICU before he passed, just all broke up. But then later it was coming out like, no, he never attacked anybody. He was doing what they said to do. And they just literally kept beating and beating and beating and beating. So, yeah. That's what that was about. And then you had the governor coming out and her saying, well, guess what? We're going to build 3 more prisons. And it's like, how was that solving anything by you building more prisons? I'm confused. Like, how was this the Alabama solution, y'all? And so that's why it was called Alabama Solution, because that's what she was fighting for, that she claimed was going to make, Alabama a better place. And they wanted the DOJ and other people to be able to be involved into it. And they was like, no, Alabama handles Alabama problems. We don't need no outsiders coming in, to quote unquote help or change our system. We do things our way, right? So yeah. Kendall says the prison system equals free label. Yeah, it was just a money maker for that. First of all, there's going to be more money with the people that have to come out and build these extra prisons that she's saying that they was going to build. Is going to be more money as far as the labor that they're going to have them doing, the COs that's going to come in, the cooks that's at the end of the day, is, like I said, is another business. So unfortunately, it just really was showing some of the ugliness with that. Quite interesting. Then I also did get to watch John Candy. I like me. I love me some John Candy. R.I.P. to him, you know. And I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Like I know that a lot of times comedians be having suffering with depression, right? And that's sometimes why they actually make jokes, right? Make jokes to cheer themselves up and make jokes for other people so that they don't actually have to think about some of the things that they're going through, right? And also turn into alcohol and drugs to be able to cope and use that to medicate themselves to not think about their own pain. And so you was kind of all seeing that, but also mainly what struck me the most is when he's being interviewed and the interview was literally, "Oh, you're fat. You know you fat, right? What you gonna do about being fat? And what if you was a skinnier John Candy?" Like everything was about his damn weight. I know that had to be so freaking annoying and tiring of hearing that, as if he don't know who he is or what he looks like, and you keep wanting to jab at him about it. And you could just see the pain and the hurt in his eyes every time they ask him that, but he still got that smile on his face and he's still just, talking through it and making jokes too. But you literally see the pain in his eyes and see that he's on the verge of tears. And that really just made me so sad, y'all. It kind of really broke my heart. And it's like, if I'm looking at this interview and I'm seeing the pain in his eyes, how are you as the interviewer, like, read the damn room, right? How are you not picking up on it? Or is it just really so much like we really don't give a damn how you feel? Like, we're not going to treat you as if you are a person. We're going to treat you like you a thing, like you a monster, whatever. I don't know. I just don't like it. And unfortunately, I know that's a big part of our society with, oh, you're big, you need to lose weight, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that, not knowing what the person is actually doing. Like, there's so much stigma that's around being a plus size person, so to speak. And I know a lot of times I have definitely been one to say that I have always felt like women get it a little more than men. With men, they'll kind of be like, "Oh, you could be a big teddy bear," and so on and so forth. But I feel like with me watching his documentary and also the one with Luther and how they did that to him and how we seen Luther struggle up and down with his weight all the time, him wanting to do it for himself, right? And because he wanted to get his diabetes under control and he wanted to be a certain way, but also doing it because so many people are coming after you and watching you and you're under this microscope. Oh, he gained 10 pounds, he lost 10 pounds, whatever it was. And I'm just like, that's no way to be living. Like, that's so sad. That probably just pushed him even further into a damn depression. Like, it really broke my heart, y'all. But it was a good documentary. This is another one. This is actually, of course, a movie, not a movie, but a series that's on Hulu, child. Sorry, y'all. Murder, the Death in the Family. Now, it's been so many documentaries on this. A lot of people probably remember this happening in real time. It's been documentaries on Dateline. It's like another movie that was done on Lifetime. Then I actually feel like that movie is done a little bit better than this one. But what made me want to check this one out was Patricia Arquette. As soon as I seen her, I said, "Baby, she don't miss. I'm gonna be here for her." I'm familiar with the one that's playing her husband and also the one that plays his father. Excuse me, y'all, my throat is killing me. So, but she's the main thing that I was like, I'm here for her. And of course, she don't disappoint. Like, she gonna do what she was paid to do. She's gonna do what, she came here to do. There's a lot of documentaries on this if you're not familiar with it that you could also watch on, YouTube. But however, just overall, I'm still okay with it. I've been enjoying it for what it is, and I look and I'm just like, they didn't stand a chance from the beginning. Like, there's so much stuff that's wrong in this damn family. So many things that is just like, you can't really be surprised at the outcome. And to a certain degree, it's like you see this as a volcano that's ready to erupt, right? Yeah, very dysfunctional. Very dysfunctional. Hey, Candy, I ain't even see you come up in here. Candy Love. Yes, John Legend is absolutely a legend. I mean, John Legend, give me my John Candy is absolutely a legend. Yeah. Yeah, Paul is just like Alex. Absolutely. So, that's another one that I've been watching. And then you have Child Devil in Disguise. And again, there's been a lot of documentaries on John Wayne Gacy, right? Um, so many. So I was kind of like, oh, we doing another one, but they're kind of giving, I guess, somewhat of a different perspective. And this one is kind of like after the fact or in the midst of him, right when he's about to get caught. And it just made my blood boil all over again because I know that we've seen this with Dahmer. I think with Ted Bundy, there's a few of them. I'm trying to understand how you get arrested, right? Already before. And technicalities is getting your ass out, or you get stopped by the police and then you still getting let go after you've been accused of several different things, either because of the person's race, ethnicity, or their sexuality. They are looked at as lesser than. In some cases, they literally be putting the person that's about to be harmed or harmed back in their damn hands. And we keep talking about, oh, but he's such a good guy. Wait 1 minute, y'all. Not him, not the pillar of our community. It can't be him. And I'm like, what are we talking about here? Like, first of all, at least his damn ex-wife has sense enough to say, oh no, your ass is crazy, and got that damn divorce, because at one point her father had got him a damn job. He would have good jobs. He would be working. Okay, he was a contractor, and then of course, we dressing up as a damn clown, literally doing kids parties and all this stuff, living a damn double life as a freaking serial, of course. And they talking about the clues led them to this shocking discovery, because finally he was actually living in a damn area where they was like, nah, something just ain't damn right. And they actually start following him and watching his house and everything. But it's still like, how did he get away that long? How was he able to bring these different people to his house when you literally had all these parents complaining and saying things about his kids, and the police was acting so freaking nonchalant? They over here, oh, well, they grown, or they came from this side of town. So that already tells you it all. And leaving this man extra time to even be able to do this shit when he should have been locked up the whole time in the first damn place. This made my blood boil, y'all. And then you gonna tell me that what, nobody never went in his house? Like, if he had all these bodies underneath there, and by the cop going in the house to use the damn bathroom, he like, oh God, it smells so bad in there. It gotta be a damn dirty body in here. And we get a warrant. Nobody else smelled this shit before then? Like, I'm so freaking confused, yo. I really, really am. Like, the fact that they really just sat here and played in all of these people's face, I can't even imagine how those families felt, because they literally kept going. Something is wrong. Like, no, my son would not just up and leave and don't tell me nothing about it and damn disappear. Like, what? What are we talking about here? And then he over here, oh, I don't know what y'all talking about, and there ain't nothing wrong. And he telling the lawyer everything he did and talking about something, I'm going to represent myself. I'm going to get out of this. Ain't nothing happened. What's the big deal? Oh, child, man, this man was something damn else, child. Mm-mm-mm. Candy Love says, I watched one documentary a long time ago. I can't stomach another. Yeah, they have a lot on him. They have a lot. Mm-hmm. Orlin says the smell should have been a giveaway. Exactly. I just don't understand it. I don't understand how nobody else ever thought anything was suspicious. Y'all see him. He's the last one to be with all of these young guys. And then they just up and disappear. And we not gonna say 1+1 is 2. Oh, okay. Oh, child, this was another one, y'all. I could not make it through this, and I remember I told y'all I didn't know what this story was at the time, right? I remember telling y'all and having this on my what you should be watching this, and I'm like reading the synopsis and I'm saying the perfect neighbor. This sounds very triggering. I doubt that I'm gonna watch this, right? But then I go to try to watch it and I'm like, oh my God, I remember this story. Like, I remember this in real time. I remember when this happened. I remember it being on the news. I remember seeing clips of pretty much a lot of what they showed in this documentary online at the time. I don't know if it was family and friends sharing it. I don't know who was sharing it, but it was just coming up on my TikTok and I was bawling, crying at that time that it was being shared when the incident first went down. And so I couldn't do it again. I couldn't do it again with watching the documentary. And at first I was kind of pissed, like, why is Netflix, putting this out? Why they didn't have her covered? Why they didn't have their kids covered? Like, I was really going through the motions, y'all. I really feel like this is something that, definitely has to have a trigger warning. Of course, this was your disagreement that kept going down between these neighbors or whatever, right? And it takes a lethal turn, and a lot of the footage that they were able to get came from body cams and interviews and things of that nature. And, talking about the whole stand your ground law, which we've heard time and time again about that. And then I had to look at it in a different way because I found out that her family was very much behind this. They wanted this to be told and shown. And I kind of thought about it in terms of Emmett Till mom when she had that casket open, and people was like, well, why did you want the casket open? It's like, because I want them to see what they did to my baby. I want people to know what went down. And I guess she wanted people to really be able to see and know that this is what was able to happen. And what pisses me off again with this shit, okay, is the fact that these freaking cops was called so many times that they knew them by heart, right? And even though it's a different type of situation, I had a family in my building that the cops always had to be called because of a DV situation that would happen. We wouldn't even get to say nothing. As soon as we would be like, hello, they would be like, oh, for such and such, and such and such name, such and such department, yeah. So it looked like it was similar in terms as far as that part goes. You're gonna tell me y'all getting all these freaking calls and reports, and it's always just still like it ain't nothing. We ain't gonna do nothing. But then we surprised when the shit escalated and it ended up getting out of freaking hand, and it could have been damn avoided. This shit, child. Let me stop because my blood pressure already going up. I really, 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 really. I just her kids, man. I hope they getting the counseling they need. I hope they have the support that they need. I just pray for them. And that lady could just burn. I'm sorry. Ugh, I can't, y'all. I can't. Um, Lady in Cabin 10 on Netflix. That was another one that I did get a chance to watch. I was kind of intrigued and all right with it in the beginning. I was like, okay, where we going with this? This is kind of interesting. We making her seem like she cuckoo for damn Cocoa Puffs. I'm like, did she see it? Did she not see it? Was it a damn dream? Of course, we have like this reporter who she's already had, somebody that she was trying to help and that she did a story on that was unalived. And so it's kind of like this is a work situation for her to be able to go and do this other story on this lady who has cancer but also was trying to spread awareness and wants to give a big donation as far as cancer is concerned, and also wants to tell her story, to donate and all of that. And so she's inviting the reporter to come on the boat to do it. So she's looking at it like, one is a job opportunity, but two is kind of a break. I've never been on a boat before, a little getaway, a little cruise to kind of clear my mind of everything that I just went through with this heavy story that I just did. And plus this breakup, this boyfriend that she trying to avoid, which when she ends up getting on the damn ship, his ass is up there. So, so much for that. But it's like, okay, first is a little interested. It's like, what we doing here? And they keep making it seem like if she's just showing out and she crazy, it's Keira Knightley. I like her. I like Guy Pierce. He was up here too. So I'm like, what we talking about? And child, I don't know. As we kept going and we getting towards the end with the twists and the turns and the ins and the outs, I'm just like, Okay, girl. Like it was all right, but I definitely wouldn't be like it's my top or nothing like that. I was like, we could have got here a little faster. We could have did things a little bit um a different way. I don't know. I don't know. Yes, it was Candle. I mean, Candy. It really was. It really, really was. Yeah. Kendall said, seeing those kids crying and blaming themselves. Yes. And grown ass people, because that's who the hell it be. And that's what pisses me off even more. It's not even kids, right? It's grown people that get their ass up here on this internet and say, oh, you should blame yourself. You are the one to blame. Excuse me, girl. I can't. I really can't, y'all. I can't. Kendall says, Lady in cabin 10 went left and lost me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What you said, hey Demarcus, will you check out Peach, Pray, and Love with Karuchi and Tran about Terry McMillan? I don't know, Demarcus. I mean, I probably will eventually get to it, but I was just saying there's so much stuff out. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm trying to figure out how to watch everything I'm already supposed to be watching. It's still stuff, like I said, that I have wanted to catch up on that came out in September, October. So much stuff that's coming out now. I be watching a lot of stuff. It's not all the time that I get to talk about it, but I still be watching it. But it's kind of hard. I'm really am playing catch up. So it's like that would be one that would be on my list, but I just don't know when I'm gonna get to it. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Of course, we have the family business that came back, and yes, I am watching that, and also joining EJ for the live discussion panel Sundays. Catch us tomorrow night. I think it's around 7:15. I have a good time with this one child, even though the Duncans, I roll and rock with them, but baby, I be wanting to stomp them junior big head ass out. But I'm enjoying it so far. I feel like they came back with a strong start, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how the rest of the season is gonna go. Um, House of Dynamite. When I tell y'all this shit pissed me off, like I'm so freaking confused. I really was here because of Idris Elba. I ain't even gonna tell y'all no lie, because when I see one of my black people, I'll be like, I'm bet on black, and I'll be trying to hang in there and show support to the blacks, okay? And I'm like, okay, House of Dynamite, what we gonna be talking about? Baby, like, why was y'all playing in our face? This was supposed to be about, this single missile that's being launched at the United States as a race to determine who it is, who's responsible for it, and how to respond. And I was okay. I'm waiting and watching. But then when we got to the end, I said, bitch, what? Huh? Like, is it about to be another scene that's gonna pop up? Or y'all saying that this is gonna be a part two? Like, I was so confused. I don't know, child. I don't know. I don't know what was happening. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it real with y'all. Okay. Mayor of Kingstown, of course, this is back. I'm gonna be trying to join Moochie for the panel. I missed them when they was on last week. Hopefully, I can pop in this week. But y'all know I'm always gonna roll with Mike. Mike is my man, point blank. Period. I'm gonna roll with Mike. I'm gonna roll with Bunny. I know we got my girl from The Sopranos and Oz up in here. I can't think of her name right now. She the new warden, and she look like she trying to be on Mike neck, but she better step in damn line, okay? And then I'm worried about Kyle. There's a lot going on. I tell y'all every single time, if y'all are not watching Mayor Kingstown to get into it, y'all don't know what the hell y'all missing. Okay. Of course, this is what the McCuskey family, they kind of like the power brokers. They run the city, right? Really with kind of connections with the gangs and the jail system and all of that kind of stuff, right? And Mike be holding them down. He be coming through. Every time you turn around, they always want to come to him after the fact, after they make a big ass mess for him to them try to clean it up. They be stressing my man out unnecessarily, okay? But he always come through and do what he gotta do. Candy said I just added that to my list this morning. Which one was that? That damn Dynamite House of Dynamite Child. What's up, Stephen Harris? So yeah, that's what was going on with that. That's definitely one of my top shows. And then you got it. Welcome to the VAV. Okay. They did what needed to be done with this one. They came in hot and heavy. They said y'all ain't ready for it. Okay. You think you ready, but you ain't ready. And I'm so excited to talk about the first two episodes of this when Monique 69 Ways later you know, they basically, of course, kind of like a prequel, if you will, right? Series to the It movies with Pennywise and all of that. Um, and yeah, the first episode was last Sunday, and then they gave the second episode early Friday for Halloween. And they did not disappoint at all. They are definitely got me where I'm like, okay, I see y'all, and I'm absolutely here for it, and I want to see what else is gonna be going down. They did not waste any time at all. Okay, I love it. Then Talamasca. I'm pleasantly surprised so far. It's only two episodes that came out so far. I think the third one comes out November 2nd, tomorrow, I believe. I like the first two. They have me intrigued. I'm willing to go ahead and give it a chance because Mayfair Witches, I was kind of like, I don't know what y'all doing over there. Okay. Interview with the Vampire is still the top one for me. I love that. But of course, excuse me, y'all, I'm so sorry. Child, I don't know what happened, but baby, I just started choking. Whew. Sorry, y'all. I'm coming down with something slowly but surely. I'm trying to fight it. So Tyler Maska, of course, comes from, the world of Anne Rice, who, like I said, interview with a vampire and all of that. We're following this secret society which tracks supernatural beings, the witches and all of the things. And so far I feel like they had a strong start with these first two episodes. I'm intrigued. I want to see how we gonna get along. She said have Kayla bring me. So I got some water right here, child. Don't even talk Kayla up, honey. Whew, don't talk her up. She resting right now. Between her and old I think I'm gonna name the other little baby cat Kyla Patch. Okay. And she all black with one little patch on her chin, but that little thing is a damn terror. Kayla be trying to hide from her ass because she be terrorizing her. Oh God. So okay, now we getting into the November movies. First up, we have The Cut coming in from Paramount Plus. Okay, this is with Orlando Bloom. We have a retired boxer who returns to the ring for one last shot at the title, but only if he can make the weight, right? And hold up in a room in Los Angeles. He embarks on a intensive and illegal weight cut program with the unconspicuous trainer. So obviously he's doing a whole lot of stuff he ain't got no business doing to try to make this weight. And then this is one I'm definitely looking forward to. This is Finding Joy. I don't know. It seemed like they changed some of these dates. I'm noticing that because the Oval wasn't supposed to come out till November 4th, and all of a sudden they brought that out October 28th. I originally had this down for November 1st, but up here saying November 5th. But be on the lookout for Finding Joy on Prime. Of course, this is a Tyler Perry. Stranded in Colorado after a devastating holiday revelation, a talented but overlooked NYC designer finds unexpected love, transforming her life and career path. I'm gonna check that one out. I don't know if any of the ladies is interested in talking about it. I'll watch it first and I'll see what the schedules is looking like. That might be one that I may want to check out. Yeah, I want to check that one out too, Demarcus, but I doubt I'm going to get to check it out tonight unless I see the replay because I got another live later. But I do have that on the list too. Terry McMillan getting her stuff out there, honey. Then we have Crutch, okay, with Tracy Morgan, right? Another one on Paramount Plus, November 3rd. And it is a Harlem widower, empty nest plans to get disrupted when his millennial son and free-spirited daughter move back in, forcing him to navigate new family dynamics and redefine his priorities. Child, ain't nobody got time for that. Your ass go ahead. As I'm telling you, sometimes they be coming back in and just doing too damn much. You all be peaceful and nice, and here they come. Okay. So, the next one, All's Fair. This is another one that I want to see if possibly I can get on somebody panel because, baby, this look like it's going to have a whole lot going on. There's a lot of people in this one. This is another one that comes from Ryan Murphy. This will be on Hulu November 4th. I'm absolutely looking forward to it. Niecy Nash and Tiana Taylor was the ones that really caught my eye. Sarah Paulson, and I can't think of some of the other ones that's in there. Of course, Kim Kardashian, but I don't really give a damn about her. But it's following, like this divorce lawyer. And that preview, like I said, when I first saw it, I was like, yeah, I may want to check this out. It's like an all-female law firm in Los Angeles. And that is gonna be on Hulu. Definitely want to check that out. I don't want to commit to saying that I'm going to be able to do reviews for it just yet because I got to see how the scheduling is, like I said, but it definitely would be one that I would be interested in. But if not, I will definitely still be watching it. And then we have The Manipulated, Netflix, November 5th. Okay. A mild mannered Tae-jung is wrongfully imprisoned for a heinous crime. He soon discovers that a mystery figure named Johan orchestrated his downfall. Fueled by vengeance, okay, he sets out to make him pay. So we got another one of these people that got vengeance on their mind. Okay. And then we have All Her Fault. I seen the preview for this, and this looks absolutely crazy. I don't know what the hell is going down. What is the truth? But we see her in the preview knock at this door and say, hey, I'm here to pick, my child up. And the person is like, sorry to tell you, but your damn child is not here. And she's like, what? And pretty much she trying to figure out who got her child, where is her child. Now, I don't know why she would think that her child was at this house. And then come to find out it's not, but I'm kind of intrigued to find out what the hell is really happening. Okay, you got Sarah Snook, Dakota Fanning, I forgot his name, Ellis from the Issa Rae show, but Marissa Irvine arrives at 14 Arthur Avenue to pick up her son Milo from a play date, but the woman who answers doesn't have Milo, and it sparks a parent's, worst nightmare. Like, we gonna have to be searching for him and figuring out where the hell he at. But if you dropped him off here, like, I got questions. You didn't know the people you was dropping him off at. Like, I just gotta see what's gonna be going on here. Okay. Then we got Death by Lightning, another one. Oh wait, no, that's not Death by Lightning. What's going on? Okay, maybe the slides is mixed up. But next up we have Vince Staples show, right? Coming back for another season. Um on Netflix. This is on November 6th. Kind of Famous and Sort of Rich. The rapper actor Vince Staples navigates challenges and surprises of everyday life in his hometown. Okay, I don't know how many people watch the Vince Staples show. It's pretty good. If you aren't already checking that out, that is going to be Netflix November 6th. We got a couple of shows that's returning and a couple that is going to be their final season, baby. Then we have, which one is this? Because it seems like some of my slides is out of order. We have Death by Lightning. Okay, this one is Death by Lightning, which is also November 6th. Also on Netflix. A lot of these are Netflix. And Death by Lightning is a drama, dramatizes the stranger than fiction true story of the 20th U.S. President James Garfield and Amira Charles, I don't know how to say the last name, who assassinated him. Okay, so we have another real life story. Then we have Nuremberg, a World War II psychiatrist evaluates Nazi leaders before the Nuremberg trials, growing increasingly obsessed with understanding evil as he forms a disturbing bond with Herman Goring. Okay, I like this actor a lot. This is November 7th in theaters. Then we have Servicesl, also in theaters. Okay, the remarkable true story of an 11-year-old girl, Sarah Rectal, an African American girl born in Oklahoma Indian Territory in the early 1900s, who believes there's oil beneath the barren land she allotted and whose faith is proven right. I know that's right. I might check this out because I ain't never heard about Sarah or her oil. Okay. So that's interesting to me. I'm sorry. Let me try to see what y'all saying in the comments. Um yeah. Niecy Nash, Tiana Taylor. Yeah, I'm definitely here for that one. You said Brooke Shields, and also, yeah, I like Brooke Shields. Um Oh God, Candy, you so silly. Um Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up on these comments. Dakota. Yeah, I like Dakota. I like her. Yeah, I definitely want to check that one out, Candy. I think that's gonna be something. Um, Kendall says I love season one of Vince Staples show. Probably will watch season two. Yeah, I think it's a good watch. If people aren't familiar with it, definitely go and check it out. So then we have something for the kiddies or for family or whatever. Y'all know I always gotta mix it up. We have Prix Europe. Okay, Eddie, a young mouse with big drama, seizes her chance to race in the Grand Prix, disguised as her hero Ed. She rises to the challenge of outwitting her rival and sabotaging and proving that even the smallest racer can be have the biggest impact. Okay, that's November 7th in theaters. Then of course we got Tommy. Okay, Tommy Egan is back again before his final season, November 7th. Of course, they'll be getting ready, for legacy and all of the things. I'm gonna try to finish this one out. I was reviewing it, from the beginning. So I really be trying to hang with stuff when I already was doing reviews, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all right now. It's been kind of hard for me to do reviews. So unless it's a panel, this is another one that I got to see how it's gonna go. But even if I do some shorts or something, I guess I'll talk about, Tommy and his shenanigans. And then, because, we being honest, that trailer really wasn't giving nothing. Okay. Then we got Pluribus, okay, November 7th, Apple TV, following the most miserable person on earth and the one who must save the world from happiness. I don't know, child, but I know that usually Apple TV don't miss. This might be interesting. And it says from the creator of Breaking Bad. And Breaking Bad was a hell of a good show. So I'll, peek in on it and see what it's talking about. Then we have Predator Badlands. I'm actually looking forward to this one. A young predator outcast from his clan finds a unlikely ally on his journey in search for the ultimate adversary. This is November 7th. Theaters. I'm looking forward to that one. I want to see what that's going to be talking about. Then we have Die My Love. This shit look crazy as hell from the preview. Okay, I ain't going to go to the theaters to see it, but it definitely will be on my list for whenever it goes to streaming. It's going to be out November 7th, and you have Grace, a writer and a young mother, slowly slipping into madness, locked away in an old house in and around Montana. We see her acting increasingly agitated and erratic, leaving her companion Jackson increasingly worried and helpless. Child, when I tell y'all she be going off in that damn trailer, I said, what the hell is happening here? I don't know what she trying to do, but yeah, we may want to go ahead and take her to the hospital. Okay. Now, Frankenstein had actually came out in theaters last month, but it is on Netflix this month, November 7th. Y'all know that a lot of the movies have been doing that. Either they're on streaming and in the movies the same time, or, they kind of come out right behind you, not waiting a long time. So for anybody that want to check this out, it will now be available November 7th. A brilliant but, egotistical scientist brings a creature to life. I mean, y'all know the story of Frankenstein. So, yeah, we talked about that one last month. Then you have Jane Austen, Wreck-It My Life. I remember reading one of her books. I can't remember which one it is, but I believe I have it downstairs on my bookshelf. This will be on Prime November 10th. A desperate single bookseller lost in a fantasy world finds herself forced to fulfill her dreams of becoming a writer in order to stop messing up her love life. Okay, so if you want one of them like cheesy love stories, then that one may interest you. Then we have Playdate on Prime Video, November 12th. Two estranged mothers reunite to make sense of their daughter's last Playdate child. I guess. I don't know. That's not one that I'm really interested in, but y'all know I tell y'all things whether I'm interested or not. But baby, I am interested in this. I'm absolutely here for this. I will be watching this. Being Eddie, documentary from Eddie Murphy by Eddie Murphy, straight out of his mouth. Okay, telling his story. Also, we have Jamie Foxx, Kevin Hart, and a couple other people up here. But we are taking a comprehensive look at Eddie Murphy, his life and his career. This will be on November 12th on Netflix, and I absolutely will be here for this one, without a doubt, without a question. Okay. November 12th, baby. Kendall said, pass on Jane. I know that's right. Then we have The Running Man. Okay, a lot of people are looking forward to this. Now, is this the same Running Man? Because I know it comes from Stephen King. Is this like the one that Arnold Schwarzenegger had years ago? I'm not too sure. But this will be in theaters November 14th. Okay, we have a man who joins a game show where contestants are allowed to go anywhere in the world or pursued by hunters who hide. Yeah, sounds about right. Okay. Then we have Now You See Me, Now You Don't. I do like the Now You See Me movies. This is coming to theaters November 14th. We have a Diamond Heist, okay, that reunites the retired horseman, illusionist, with new performers being added in, and they are targeted by dangerous criminals, child. I'll check it out. I ain't going to the movies to see it. I always tell y'all it's very rare I go to the movies anyway. It got to be something I really, really want to see. Um, Another one that could be like a family movie, kiddie movies. Okay, another one coming in from Netflix, In Your Dreams. Okay, Stevie and her little brother Elliot journey into the wildly observed landscape of their own dreams to ask the Sandman to grant them a perfect family. Oh, bendito. Okay, so that's November 14th. Then we have Malice. Okay, this is Prom. This is also November 14th. So it was a lot that was November 14th and a lot that's November 7th. Okay, that's the two numbers that seem to have the most release dates. So a charming tutor infiltrates a wealthy family life, revealing a sinister agenda as her vengeful plot unfolds. A family must confront the enemy living under their own roof. That might be something. I don't know. You never know. It is on Prime. Okay. Prime be having some stuff too. Don't sleep on Prime. Then we have The Seduction coming in on HBO. Also November 14th. A prequel to Dangerous Liaisons. I've never seen Dangerous Liaisons, so I can't tell you nothing about that, but it follows the rise to power of young Isabel. Okay. So anybody that's familiar with that, anybody that watched the original, put it in the comments and let me know if this is something that's worth me checking out. Then we have Champagne Problems also coming in on Netflix. Okay. And this one is November 15th. And an executive travels to France to secure the acquisition of a renowned champagne brand before Christmas. So this is another one that's like a little Christmas movie. But her plans are upended when she falls into a whirlwind romance with a charming Persian, only to discover he's the founder's son. And I do have some that I'm gonna put like in the community tab and on social media and in the Discord as far as holiday movies. Y'all know I always like to drop a holiday list. Sometimes I'll either do a video or a short, depending. Right now, I doubt, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, that I'll be able to do a video, but I definitely will if nothing else drop, like, at least in the community tab and on social media and in the Discord, some Christmas movies for y'all, because they have a lot that's already dropping. Yeah, being Eddie is definitely a go. I'm with y'all there. We on the same page. Absolutely. That one is definitely a go. Eddie absolutely deserves his flowers. Yeah. Because I think you should always tell people how much you appreciate them, you love them, and shine a light on them and give them, like you said, their flowers, their awards, their accolades while they're still here to actually hear it. Because a lot of times we do it after the fact. So I definitely appreciate, like I said, not only other people being able to talk about it, but him being able to talk about it for himself. I'm really here for that. So next up, I'm gonna just try to get through these, y'all, because I have another live coming up with Monique 69 Ways, and I need to go make me some more tea, child, and before then. So we have Landman. Landman is another good one, just like what I said about Mayor Kingstown. If y'all are not watching Taylor Sheridan shows, I don't know what you're doing with your life, okay? He is Tulsa King, Mayor Kingstown, Landman, Lioness, Straight Fire. Okay. Uh what's the other one? What's the other one? Is it Yellowstone? Yeah, that was my shit. Oh my goodness. This man knows how to write, direct, produce. Like, he knows how to do all of the things. And what I like about him is, even though he's in charge of all these shows, you know how Tyler Perry kind of got his formula, 50 Cent got his formula. Like, there's certain people that do shows and you pretty much would know, like, okay, that's their brand, that's the type of show they do. But each one of his shows are different and unique in their own ways. And all of them bring that fire. Like, I just don't know one show that he has out that is a miss. You can watch any of them anytime and you're going to enjoy it. I don't know what else I can say to y'all to make y'all understand. Like, I'm always telling people that he is so good at what he does. Really is. Only thing I don't care that much for with him is that he doesn't believe in like unions and stuff like that. But that's another story for another day. But I mean, he's definitely good at what he do. I will always give credit for that. Now, Keeper. Okay, this is another one that's gonna be in theaters. This was actually November 14th. I told y'all some of them wasn't in order. A romantic anniversary trip to seduce a cabin to a secluded cabin turns sinister when a dark presence reveals itself, forcing a couple to confront um the property's hunting past. So they done messed around and went to the wrong damn place for a trip, getaway. Mm-mm. Ain't nobody got time for that. Um, then we have King Ivory. This is another November 14th. I told y'all it was a lot for November 14th. So, based upon extensive research with law enforcement, gangs, inmates, migrants, and addicts, and expose on fentanyl trafficking and and its effects on walks of life. So I'm assuming that this is like based on a true story. Um, yeah, that fentanyl ain't no damn joke, child. I told y'all I had found out they gave me damn fentanyl when I was in the hospital, baby. They gave me fentanyl. I'm sorry, y'all. That just triggered me because that just made me think about it. They gave me fentanyl, and then they gave me what was the shit that Michael Jackson and Prince had took. I can't think of the name right now, but they gave me both of those. And I'm like, y'all talking about I was almost out of here and y'all had to bring me back and I was seeing, sunshines, rainbows, stars, balloons, and animals, lions, tigers, bears, and I don't know what else. Thought I was in a damn TV show and was losing my damn, like, baby, I wonder why. Like, what the hell are y'all talking about? And they're like, oh no, it's not that one, it's the safe one. Yeah, okay. Save my ass, child. Anyway, we'll have that the discussion for another day. Um, Trap House, okay. Trap House. Um, is this another one in theaters? Let me just make sure. Yes, theaters also November 14th. A DEA agent and his partner pursue thieves, their own rebellious teens who began robbing the cartel using their parents' tactics and classified intel. Child, my gosh. Mm. Girl, Luffy don't even cover it, okay? Luffy don't even cover it. I woke up looking at that damn like propofol. That's what it was. Yeah, because they had the big bottle by my bed. I was like, ain't that the shit Michael Jackson and Prince had? What the hell is going on? What the hell? What the hell? Okay. Kendall says I watched 2 out of 5. Toaster King and Lioness both are really good. Yeah, Lioness is fire. I can't wait for that to come back. Child girl. Lord of mercy. Last Samurai Standing. I'm here for this. I want to see this. This is Netflix, November 13th. In 1878, 292 samurais gather for a battle royale lured by 100 billion yen prize. Wooden tags are given. Last survivor reaching Tokyo wins. Saga participates to save his sick family. A dangerous game of survival unfolds on the journey. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check this one out. I'm always here for a samurai movie. It always reminds me of my dad. Then I don't know. They don't have a picture for this one, but we know what it is. Okay, Eric Jerome Dickey's Friends and Lovers Part 1. I'm also here for this. This is November 15th. It's a 2-night premiere, so I'm assuming that part 1 is gonna play on the 15th, and then part 2 is gonna play on the 16th. This will be on Lifetime. If I could get some of the girls for us to discuss this, I definitely would be down for this. I used to love Eric Jerome Dickey books. We're going to have four friends' lives become entwined when romance blooms between a doctor and a comedian, while his best friend falls for her free-spirited bestie. After a tragic event, their relationship evolves into something deeper than friendship. I'm definitely here for that one. So that'll be one that'll be added to my list. Okay. Then we have The Inside Man. This is Netflix, November 20th. I remember when season one came out for this, and I think I watched a piece of it. I don't think I got to see the whole thing. Of course, this was with Ted Danson. He's playing Charles. Charles, a retired man, gets a new lease on life when he answers an ad from a private investigator and becomes a mole for secret investigations in a nursing home. Okay. And that is November 20th on Netflix. Kendall said I like the trailer even though it's subtitles. I'ma watch it. Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes I be having to put subtitles on even when it's stuff that you're supposed to be able to understand. You know what I mean? Even when it's not in another language. So, but I do sometimes have to be in in a certain mood to be reading stuff. Sometimes I don't mind, and sometimes I'm just not in the mood to do it. But I definitely will throw some subtitles up there in a minute. I ain't gonna lie to you. Wicked for Good. I'm not really into the Wickeds. Of course, this is with Cynthia Evo or around. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, child. The words is getting all twisted up. Ariana Grande, Jeff Goldblum, right? And we are gonna be looking at the damn Wicked Witch of the West and her relationship with Glinda, the Good Witch of the North, the second and two-part feature film adaptation of the Broadway musical. This is November 21st, so I know some people is really heavy into the Wicked and looking forward to that. Then we have the Family Plan Part 2. I didn't really think we needed a part 2. Like, Part 1 was cool and everything, but I absolutely did not have us getting a Part 2 on my bingo card. This is on Apple TV. It's going to have Mark Wahlberg, of course, again, Michelle Mahoney, and also Kit Harington. A former government operative is attacked, forcing him and his family to go on the run. Pursued across the country, he protects his loved ones while confronting his dark past and deadly enemies, culminating in a showdown in Las Vegas. I'm like, okay, I don't know that we needed a part 2, but nonetheless, I digress. We are here. Like, part 1 was cute and everything, but I think y'all kind of running it in the ground by making a part 2. Just my opinion, but you never know. Sometimes you go and you watch stuff and it actually be like, oh, it's better than I expected. And I will say and always say that Apple TV has a lot more hits than misses, but I just like y'all doing stuff just to do it now. Wait a minute, y'all. Sorry, excuse me for 1 minute. Okay, I think we only have a few more left. We have Train Dreams. Okay. This is based on Dennis Johnson's novel. Okay, Train Dreams is a moving portrait of Robert Brainer, a logger and railroad worker who led a life of unexpected death, beauty, and rapidly changing America of the early 20th century, child. I guess. Okay, that's November 20th. Also on Netflix. So, like I said, a lot of these are Netflix. Netflix is pouring them out. Then we have Bel Air, which I mean, y'all should already know. I'm going to be reviewing this. This is the final season. I'm just so nervous because I love this show way more than I thought I would. It was one that I was very skeptical of when it first was, coming out that they was doing it, and I was like, I don't know. But like I said, when they do it right, I don't have a problem with saying you did it right. And I feel like they had the formula. They did it right. They pulled us in. I enjoyed it. But I'm just wondering how we're going to be able to close this off and end it in a way that's going to be good. I feel like no matter what, people are probably going to have some complaints about it. But I really do hope that they give us a good closure to this. I feel like they deserve it. I think they could have gave them 2 more seasons, at least at a minimum, instead of one, but this will be on Peacock November 24th, being as though I was already reviewing it again, like I said about Force. And, when I start with something, then I want to finish it. And so I believe that we're going to get some kind of panel together to be able to have the discussions around this. But this is, of course, going to be the 4th and final season, November 24th, Bel Air. And I'm just praying that they do a great job with giving them their exit. I know that we're going to have the original Viv joining. Like, it's going to be a few people joining. I figured they would do that since it's going to be the last of it. And I'm a little nervous, though. I'm definitely a little nervous. Kendall said, when is Apple TV gonna green light Presumed Innocent season 2, or was that supposed to be a limited series? It actually was originally supposed to be a limited series, but I think because it did so good, what I last heard was that it was gonna be an anthology. It was not gonna be the same exact people. Like, each time was gonna be, a different case, a different situation. I don't know when it's dropping, but I hope that come back soon, and I hope that they can keep up with it, because season 1 was definitely a good one. That was another one that was a pleasant surprise, because at first I remember being like, wait, they already, had the movie. What is this? But again, when you do it right, I don't mind being like, hey, you did that right. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what else they gonna come with that one as well. But yeah, Bel Air will definitely, I hope they give them a good send-off. She said, I'm watching Bel Air and then canceling afterwards. Yeah, it's probably going to be a lot of people doing that. Then, of course, Stranger Things. This is another one. I have been with Stranger Things since the beginning. I love me some Stranger Things, but they take too damn long in between their seasons, and then they got the nerve to be doing a part 1, part 2 for this. It's like, bitch, we don't waited all this time. Just put it the hell out. But, of course, that's not what they doing. So we get in the first half, November 26th. This is the season 5 premiere. Saying goodbye to them as well. These damn kids is damn near grown now at this point. But hopefully they are able to do a good job. This is in the 1980s. Indiana, a group of young friends witness supernatural forces and secret government exploits as they search for answers. The children unravel a series of extraordinary mysteries, bitch. And I can't wait to finally be able to get into this. I don't forgot half the damn things that happen, so I don't know if I'm gonna have time to go and remind myself, but it is what it is. And then, of course, Utopia 2. I remember part 1. I didn't know they was doing a part 2 of that again, But again, this is something for the kiddies or for the family. My man Jason Bateman, I love him, child. Black Rabbit. If y'all didn't see that, check that out too. That was definitely more interesting one. And you have a brave uh Rabbit Cop, Judy Hopps and her friend and the Fox team up again to crack a new case in the most perilous and intricate of their careers. Okay, so that's Utopia 2. And the last one is a comedy coming up on Hulu, child. I don't know. I feel like this may be like another part to one of those other wedding movies that came out for back in the days. It looked like some of like the same people was in it, child. But this one is called Bride Hard. Um, and so when a mercenary group takes a lavish wedding hostage, then they have no idea what they are in for, as the maid of honor is actually a secret agent ready to rain hellfire upon anyone who will ruin her best friend's wedding, child, I guess. But it looked like some of the same people. I can't think of what the name of that other Bride movie was. Well, I'm assuming this is like maybe a part 2 to it. Right now, I can't think of the name of it. But that is basically what I have for my November, what you should be watching, guys. And I think we got another Robin Hood movie that's coming out this month as well. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm missing some stuff off the list because I didn't get to go back and do any updates like I normally would do. You also have Ready for Love for those that are into the reality TV, November 7th, and Married to Medicine, November 20th. You know, I'm not really into those, but I think Shayna, um, McZ, and maybe Miss Kira Monique 69 Ways. Like, check some of them out. Subscribe to their channels if you're not already subscribed. I think some of them may discuss it. Um, and I want to say that Smashing Machine, the one that with the Rock, that's on streaming this month, and it was something else that was gonna be on streaming this month. I can't remember, but I'll put it in the community tab because right now my mind is going blank. Um, because I know it was like two or three of them that was just in the theaters that's gonna be on streaming. Kendall says, Black Rabbit was really good once you got through episode one. Jason Bateman deserves to be nominated in award series. Yeah, for his performance. I love Jason Bateman. I'm telling you, it's certain actors that when I see that they're there, like Kevin Bacon is another one. I'll just check it out just because they in it. Sometimes I don't even know what the story or nothing is even gonna be about, right? Sometimes, it's the actors or it's just how they set it up and the trailer, different things that pull you in. But he's definitely one that I'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna see what this is about. And I was not disappointed with that one at all. I have not got to check this one out yet, Kendall, but it is on my list. It's so much stuff that I want to go watch, and it's just one. My TV in my room is broke, so that's one part of it. Like, it literally blacked out, and only half my damn screen and my TV is playing. So that's irritating the hell out of me. Maybe I could treat myself as a birthday or a Christmas gift later on. I just can't put my energy into it right now. So every time I want to watch something, I have to watch it either in my studio, the living room, or my laptop. So that's one part of it, and then just life, and so I'm trying to catch up on things, but that be pissing me off because sometimes I just want to lay in my bed and watch shit on my big screen. And then I have to have somebody come take that one down off the wall and put the new one up on one. Child, I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, that's one on my list too, definitely. So yeah, y'all, that is what I have for y'all. I am going to get ready to get up off of here because I'm actually back with Monique 69 Ways at, I think, either 8:05 or 8:15 for It Welcome to Derry. I appreciate everybody that came in. Anybody that comes on the replay, definitely let me know. Replay game, you came by, put some flames up in the sky. Tell me what you are watching, what you think I should be watching. Sharing is caring. You tell me and I'll tell the people. Okay. Follow me on social media if you're not already following me. Just like, comment, share, subscribe, do all of the things. Hype me up. That's the new thing, right? And I definitely appreciate all of y'all that was able to stop in. Child, I feel like I'm getting sicker and sicker as I sit up here, honey. I don't know if that's a word or not, but y'all know what I mean. I just getting more and more congested as I'm sitting up here. Um, I was not feeling like this earlier. All in. I definitely appreciate it. DeMarcus Vaughn, I appreciate it. I am gonna check out those Terry McMillan movies as well. I got those on my list. Thank you, DeMarcus, for reminding me. I'm gonna put them in the community tab too, just in case if people don't know about them. And Candy Love, definitely appreciate it. I think Stephen Harris was in the building. Kendall, I appreciate you stopping in. Feel better. Make sure you drinking, fluids, feed a cold, starving fever. That's what they used to say. Relax, relate, release. Child, I'm gonna try to do the same. And if y'all are around later and y'all watch Ed Derry and y'all want to join the conversation, definitely come back through. And if you didn't watch it, but you just want to hear what we got to say about it, come through. Either way, come through. But I'm going to get on up out of here. Enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. Kick off your shoes. Relax your feet, baby. Okay. And I will see y'all next time. Toodaloo. Welcome. Come in. This is Tamika's Den. I'm Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the Den.
Go lock in with Tamika's Den. Ooh, that's fire. Go lock in with Tamika's Den.
Power to the people, okay? Keep feeling like I'm about to come out and box. Like, because baby, they trifling, okay? All these people need to be in the damn trash, all right? Throw the tajadas away. As a matter of fact, wipe the damn bloodline out, y'all.
Tamika Den, that's what I'm talking about. That's how you spend the Saturday.
Honey, when I tell y'all that is the foolishness and the foolery and the messiness for me. Baby, we got a whole hot ass mess going on, all right?